Hey, this is Mark Moore, aka Tuxedo Mark, at various places on the internet. It's 3:13 p.m. according to a computer clock on Saturday, May 30th, 2015. I want to show you something that I got today. Let's open it up. There's an invoice too. Okay. Alright. Cybersix, the complete series on DVD. I've been waiting for this. I never even thought it would come out, honestly. Cybersix. Wow. Okay, I remember watching this show on Fox on Saturday mornings. And it was on Fox, and what I didn't know at the time was it was a Canadian series. Cybersix, and I learned the history of this over time. Cybersix has like a multinational combined thing that brought this together. Cybersix was originally an Argentinian comic book. Yeah, it was a black and white comic book geared toward adults with like nudity and smoking and all of that stuff. It was toned down when it was adapted as a TV series. But basically, Cybersix is an android. Or a cyborg. A cyborg is probably more accurate. Created by a scientist named Dr. Von Richter. He was a former member of the SS, and yeah, he was a Nazi basically. And the Nazi origins are, toned down considerably on the show. In fact, they didn't even say the word Nazi, but he does speak with a German accent, and he does a goose step, and his son Jose does a goose step as well. His son Jose Von Richter, yes, Jose Von Richter is this short kid. You can't take him seriously at all. He looks like a little kid, but he's his daddy's right-hand man to carry out all of his plans to stop Cybersix and to take over the city of Meridiana. Yeah, Von Richter lives on like the outskirts of a city called Meridiana. We aren't really told where it is. I think in the comics it's supposed to be in South America. Maybe. I'm not really familiar with the comics. I did come across a fan translation, like a scanlation of them a while ago. I'll have to read them, I guess. The show, first of all, it was written and voice acted in Canada, but the animation was done in Japan, I think by, I hope I'm saying this right, Tokyo Movie Shinsha, a well-known Japanese animation studio. So it has a very animated look to it. And not really anime, but in a way, yes. It doesn't quite look like anime. I mean, they replicate the character designs from the comic books. I love this shot on the front. It's probably not taken directly from the show. It might be a reproduction, but it's from the opening theme. And in the opening theme, there's a shot of Cybersix standing on roof, and lightning flashes. She gets lit up by the glow of the lightning. It looks really cool. She's got a fellow cyber line member called Data 7, who used to be her brother. She was raised as a boy as a kid, or at least as a tomboy, and she had a brother that died in some kind of accident, but Von Richter transferred his brain or his cyber or whatever into the body of a panther. And he shows up in episode 2, I think, and he becomes Cybersix's sidekick and pet, I guess. But anyway, the main thing about Cybersix is she dresses as a man named Adrian Seidelman. I think she picked a German first name and a Jewish last name. I wonder if that's symbolic of anything. She teaches at the local high school, and he is friends with fellow teacher Lucas Amato. Yeah, Lucas Amato. But he's not Japanese as far as I can tell. This show is really weird with its naming, but it comes from the comics, so whatever. So Jose does his usual putting into plan his dad's weekly take over the city thing. Yeah, he doesn't even want to take over the world. He just wants to rule the city or something. But Von Richter isn't even present in a lot of the episodes. I think Jose even misses one. But so it's 13 episodes. It didn't last long, and from what I've read, the final episode didn't even air in the U.S. I didn't see it until years later on YouTube, but and I think they had cut down the opening theme from a minute to 30 seconds on Fox, if I recall correctly. But anyway, yeah, so Cybersix has to stop the weekly attacks. And the final episode is this big climactic showdown with Von Richter, which the series doesn't really build up to at all. It's very much episodic. First episode and the final episode are a lot darker than the middle of the series. So that is viewed by some as a weak point, yeah. But anyway, it is very, yeah, okay. Legendary Animation Studio, Tokyo Movies, TMS. Anyway, there's a blurb on the back that mentions everything. Also, I just read this recently. It comes out to 300 minutes for 13 episodes. About usual. So about 5 hours. That should be about right. But anyway. The special features, I just noticed there's more than what Amazon had listed on here. Than what Amazon had listed. Originally, it listed only the commentary. There's a commentary on the first episode and the last episode. At least that's what Amazon says. With Cybersix voice actor, the lead voice actor who voiced Cybersix herself, Kathy Wasilek, or Weasluk, or however you pronounce her name. But there's more that Amazon didn't mention. There's liner notes, creditless and karaoke opening and ending, original pilot. I never even knew there was an original pilot. What's that about? I literally have never heard of that until just now. And production art. Okay. You know one thing that I really, and a lot of fans really wished was on here, and isn't? The full-length opening theme. The opening theme song is performed by a Canadian, jazz singer named Coral Egan, or whatever. And according to an old Cybersix fact that is actually still on the internet, as well as Kathy Weaselick herself, because not Kathy Weaselick, sorry, Coral Aiken. I know because I tweeted her and asked her about it. Is that there was a full-length opening theme running, I don't know if it was 2 minutes or 3 minutes, but the people in charge to this day will not release it. And it hasn't been leaked. You can't find it on YouTube or anything. And Coral herself had said, she told me that she's asked them about it in the past, and the answer is always no. I then asked her if she at least remembers any of the additional lyrics, but she never replied to that. But I hate that there's something Cybersix related out there that I can't see. Anyway. English language audio, they're not including the French audio track, and yes, there is a French audio track because it was recorded in Canada, so of course there is. I've listened to the opening and closing themes in French. I prefer the English versions, but anyway. No subtitles, Dolby Digital 2.0 audio. So, let's open it up. Originally, Amazon said that this was one disc, which freaked the heck out of me because I thought, oh, this is going to look compressed as heck. But someone told me it is indeed 2 discs, and Amazon eventually did update its information. So, 6 or 7 episodes per disc. Shouldn't look bad, I would guess, assuming they make use of the entire DVD. With Hey Dude, it's 6 or 7 episodes per disc, but I actually ripped some of the DVDs to my hard drive, and I tried loading the DVD files into Nero, the DVD burning program, and the Hey Dude DVDs don't make use of the entire dual layer DVD. Okay? So the episodes are compressed, but they're needlessly compressed because they just didn't make use of all of the space that they had available to them. So, let me throw this wrapping out. So I'm hoping Cybersix fares better. I'll peel the little sticker off the top. What else can I say about Cybersix? I mean, I really enjoy the series. It's a great female superhero series, and it's got some good supporting characters, and it's pretty comedic, but also gets serious sometimes, particularly in the last episode. Jeez. And the last episode, for something really strange, is for the last few minutes, like, I don't know, 2 minutes or more of the episode, there's no dialogue. A lot of stuff happens and you see characters doing stuff, but they're not talking. And particularly, what's strange, Laurie Anderson, one of the supporting characters, is in the final episode, but apparently her voice actor wasn't there. Whether, I don't know whose idea that this was, or if it was just out of necessity, but Laurie has a conversation with Lucas, and neither of them talk. There's a lot of dramatic, like violin music or something playing, and you see a conversation, and you see Lucas and Laurie ride up and try to find Cybersix, and you know they're participating, but they don't talk. Yeah. Anyway, here, first disc, it's got like some purple artwork. Kind of neat. I think that's supposed to be the Adrian disguise. Okay, 7 episodes on disc 1. For disc 2, you got the last 6 episodes. Yeah, it's neat. You got Adrian facing one way on disc 1, Cybersix facing the other way on disc 2. And you got the little Cybersix silhouette on the bottom too, facing a different way on each disc. This is nice. It's simple, but it's nice. I'm not gonna marathon this entire series. First of all, I don't have the time today to do that. But what I am gonna do is look through the bonus stuff and listen to the audio commentaries. I just wish what would have made perfect is the inclusion of the full-length opening theme deep in my heart. It's such a beautiful theme song. It's one of the most beautiful songs, period, that I've ever heard. And all that we get is a minute of it. And there's a full-length version out there, locked in some vault somewhere, that we're not allowed to hear. This would have been the perfect opportunity to release it. What else can I say? Okay, this is kind of amusing. Based on the popular Argentinian comics and animated by Legendary Animation Studio TMS. Okay, Legendary Animation Studio, sure, but they're actually saying popular Argentinian comics as a selling point. Anyway, here's the close-up of the special features. Okay, and it's cool that they do credits on the bottom listing the actors and the characters that they play. You got general director, character design, story editors, series writers, a lot of them, directed by, well, a lot of them again, based on the comic book collection Cybersix created by, the two Carloses, starring Kathy Westluck as Cybersix, Michael Dobson as Lucas Amato, Terry Clausen as Von Richter, Andrew Francis as Julian, the little boy's recurring character, Alex Doduk as Jose, and Janice Joud as Laurie Anderson, the female recurring character. Produced by... okay. It's neat that they list who plays who. I don't think the show even does that, like in the closing credits. It's like they're presenting it like a movie poster credits or something, or credits that you see on the back of a movie DVD. Except I don't think even those list precisely who plays who. And as I recall, if I recall correctly, Janice Joud or whoever played 2 other characters in addition to Laurie, but they were, 1 episode characters. But I think at least 1 other. But anyway, okay, that's enough for me. I'm gonna go and watch this now. So I just wish we had the full-length opening theme. But anyway, it's 3:33 p.m. and that's it. Thanks for watching.